Hi everybody, JDV here with Jeremy Palmer. On this episode, we're going to show you how to make apple boxes.
Yummy.
You're going to need them, trust me. All right guys, we're going to show you how to, using a 4x8 piece of plywood, a circular saw, a drill, some wood glue, a nail gun and some nails, and or just a hammer and nails, how to take just a simple piece of wood and make them into these sturdy little apple boxes, which are pretty much indispensable on a movie set. Get as stout a plywood as you can afford. We would not advise using OSB or chipboard just because it'll disintegrate.
MDF, hell.
And there really isn't that much a difference really between the cheapest kind of plywood and that stuff. Yeah. But if that's all you got, that's all you got. But so these we may or may not paint. If you use chipboard, definitely paint.
You have to.
You have to paint. All right, without further ado, we're going to get into building this, I guess they call it a quarter-size apple box.
Yep.
So just in case the audio didn't work out in some of the other sections, the one thing that you want to make sure you do is when you build these, it doesn't matter how, the dimensions of the top are pretty much universal, 12 by 20. It's how wide or thick.
Exactly. It's actually these dimensions, actually from the surface to the bottom. Those are the dimensions that really matter.
And what you want to do is make sure that whatever you do, you have at least two of the exact same size box. That way when you stack them up, you're not going to have the big wobbling and all that.
Exactly.
All right, so anyway, here we go. Woohoo! Great success! So, what are you getting ready to build now, Jeremy? This is the top?
I got to do one more top for this last one.
And these
and then trim up some
12 by 20.
12 by 20.
All right, let's rock and roll. Rotate this.
Something like that. Yeah, that'll work.
And now you have a top.
Yep. Got a matching top.
What are you making now? The sides?
Yeah, I'm doing a 4 by 20 side.
So these particular ones are going to be 4 by 20.
Yeah, they were nasty, so I'm trimming them to make some sides out of this.
And what kind of saw blade should they get?
A very nice tooth that's going to cut through, and when you're doing work, make sure you have a newer blade. A newer blade's always going to cut real fine. It's going to cut easier for you. It's going to be easier on your saw. A blade that is dull is going to be very taxing on your saw and can get very dangerous. When a blade gets dull, that's when you're going to get more of the kickbacks, and then you have accidents, you know. When doing a wood project, it's always better, especially when you're novices, a new sharp blade.
All right. And I think that's a general purpose wood blade.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Nice flush flat cut.
And you're just using the first piece you...
Yeah, I'm just gonna scribe this one real quick. That way, it's going to be even. I don't have to worry. It'll be real even. Obviously, if it looks too wanky, too out of place, important thing, whenever you're try to make sure you have a nice base, nice wood stands, nice sawhorse. Ours are a little bit crooked. Within reason. Yay! Yay! Within reason.
So when Jeremy's done, we should have
Something that resembles.
this guy. You just gotta have these things.
All right. Let's stick some of these nails in this thing, huh? Let's show something.
All right, let's do it.
Put some of these bastards pieces together. Alrighty. So we have some wood glue.
Yep.
We have Old Faithful nail gun. We're using 1.5 inch nails, brad nails. Some wood glue. And pre-cut pieces.
All right, so what are the dimensions on these apple boxes?
Well, what we have here, we have our tops. These are 12-inch by 20 tops and bottoms. And then on the sides here, these are 4 by 12. Here, 4 by 12 insert. And then on the sides here, these are 4 by 20.
And what are these big guys?
Now these big guys here, these are 10.5 by 7.
You're talking about the inside
The
piece.
inside piece here. Now you have to take into account, because these are inset inside, so you minus actually the wood dimensions themselves. Now I went with the actual thicker cut wood with this over this. You don't actually have to.
How thick is it?
This one here is actually 23/32, which is roughly about, it's flooring grade. You can, so you
It's about an inch, isn't it? An inch thick?
it's about
A little less?
it's about 3/4,
3/4, okay.
close to 3/4 or so. So it's pretty.
So you
pretty
can
thick
make
and
you can
beefy.
make this stuff out of whatever plywood you want, even chipboard. But chipboard is going to disintegrate a lot faster. Than
Exactly.
This stuff.
You would. This here is actually going to be a 5 ply. You're going to have 5. You can actually count the ply in it.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ply. It's just going to be much more resilient.
All right. So what are the top part? The dimensions?
Oh
again?
yeah, the top part here, just like the little one, you're going to have 12 inches by 20, which is going to be a standard dimension.
So it's a foot across, 20 inches down, and that is the same dimensions, whether or not it's big or small.
Yep.
So even the little guys
are going to be roughly somewhere about half or so. What do they call them? They call them half boxes or
right.
quarter boxes. So when you stack them together,
Two small ones. You can see it's
Yep.
pretty close.
roughly same dimension, depending on your wood. It just depends on your wood thickness and whatnot.
There's a couple of reasons why we're making these. One, they're invaluable. You just have to have them. You can do everything from just, putting them on the ground and giving your talent, someplace to sit.
Or really, really easy special effect. You never can tell. You want to do the old, lift.
Just have them step
Have
up.
them step up on a box.
If you have a really short actor that you want to try to level out, you just put them on a half E or a full apple box. The thing that we use them a lot for actually is for dolly tracks. So we'll put our dolly track on either end of them. If you're on really uneven ground, you might want to use one underneath a tripod leg. We've used them for tables, chairs. Once you
Like Legos.
once you've had them on your set, you'll never not want to have them on your set. They're just super easy. So and they're also very expensive to buy. If you buy the cheapest set, I think on Amazon or B&H, like just this one box, I think costs
75,
$75,
75,
$80 bucks. Yeah, I mean you can pay a lot of money. And how much did this one?
Yeah,
so you bought
this
one
4x8 sheet,
right,
for instance, right here. Just go to Lowe's. This one here was $18.
So basically for $18, like $4 for wood glue, nails for a couple bucks for nails. So in other words, for about 20 bucks, we are going to have four.
We're going to have 2 halves,
2 biggies and two
two
smallies.
halves.
Yeah, so that's, you at least get 2 of each. And then, so we'll have, I think, 4 of each, plus maybe a couple of extra spares. And I mean, they're not, the negative about them is that they're heavy and they're kind of pain in the ass to drag around. But you want them. I mean, it's something that you want to have in your grip truck, in your car, something like that. Just bring at least a few along. And there you go. All right, so we're going to finish up the halvesies right now. All right, so let's go ahead and whip it out, man.
All right, so really simple. You're just going to make sure when you do it, you're going to.
And these are what? These are 4 inches by.
Yeah, the insert itself, the edge insert. Well, all the sides because they go inside. They're actually going to measure 4 inches by. This is 4 by 10.5.
And the inside piece?
Yeah, the inside piece, and then the sides are 4 by 20.
Okay. Again, you can make them whatever you can make them whatever you want. Like if you have the one piece of wood, just kind of draw it on the wood or whatever, just to make sure you're going to have enough. But I mean, I guess these are pretty close to industry standard.
Yep. That's exactly right.
So if you ended up buying a set or inheriting a set, because I have a few that I've been given over the years, it is nice if they are close to being the same size.
Yep.
And
don't worry either, because everything can be filled with some silicone, the holes itself. Once they touch with the glue and some nails,
you definitely want to use wood glue.
Exactly.
It makes them way tougher.
Yep.
And again, like he's saying, if you have some gaps or whatever, they're just boxes, so don't be blown out by it.
Even if you, right here, we just have a little blow through with the nail. That right there, we're just going to bend it away. We're going to cut it off. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, you can even just do this.
Back and forth. It's
you don't have to use a nail gun either. I made actually the little guys that you saw, I just did with a hammer and nails. It just takes longer.
Yeah, but once again, we're using 1.5 inch, 3/4. You don't even have to. You can use 1.25 inch nails. Whatever you feel like using is fine.
And I don't have a table saw or anything like that, so I mean, we just have a circular saw and a nail gun, pretty much.
Yeah, and
so even if you had to buy those tools, like a circular saw and a hammer nail, even if you had to start off from scratch, it's still going to be cheaper to do that than to actually buy these things. Got it? Yeah. There you go.
much better.
And it helps if you have 2 people doing it. Not a lot, but it helps a little. There you go. Okay.
Much better. All right. Much better.
So again, the small pieces go on the inside.
Yep. On just the top, and you saw overnight. And nails are the way to go no matter what you build. Screws.
Yeah, I wouldn't use screws.
Screws can pull wood together, but they don't have the shear strength of nails. And by shear strength, what I mean is the ability to flex left to right, up and down.
And I mean, if you're a master carpenter, obviously you're laughing at us.
There's a lot more control.
And now for the lid.
Lid.
Now you don't need a nail gun, but boy howdy, does a nail gun make it a lot easier. Almost there. That's it. Yeah, I guess it's just gotta go. There's your box.
This side here is fine. Not bad.
We're gonna let these set up overnight, and then what we'll do is we'll just use the. Well, I guess we could do it right now, actually. Put some holes in it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's probably good.
That bitch.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Right here. Fuck me. See shit. Alrighty. There you go.
And there you go.
Handles.
Beautiful.
Woo. Yeah.
And so that is how you build an apple
A
box.
box of some kind. What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right, thank you, Jeremy, for helping us build these apple boxes. All right, talk to the camera.
Hello. I built a box.
All right, anyway, thanks for joining us here on Evil Genius Entertainment. Apple boxes, you need them if you're going to be making a movie. It's just that simple. Hopefully this gave you some ideas. either on how to build them or saying, screw it, you're just going to buy them off of Amazon or B&H. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and until next time, mwah! Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.